Greetings, Benjamin J. from BENZTRAINZ with another in the series. Well, a follow-up on that 898 that arrived. I went to pull the motor out of it, and I discovered that it didn't have Phillip head screws in it. It had pop rivets. Someone had drilled the holes out and actually put pop rivets to hold the motor in place. Well, I had to drill the pop rivets out just to get the motor out. So I'm going to have to replace the front crossbar because the threads are gone. Anyway, I've got it mounted with a wire tie right now. But as you see, this is running absolutely perfectly. So I took the tender, haven't done anything with the tender yet, haven't even cleaned it. I did oil the wheels. We're going to put this on a Marx consist with its original tender. Let's take this around. This is, I think there's 12 cars on here. 10 litho cars, of course. So as you see, up and running, that's 50% power. I replaced the light bulb, cleaned the brushes and the armature. I have not lubricated the wheel bearings yet. And as far as the tender, I've done nothing except oil the wheels, oil the axles actually. As you see, this old locomotive is running absolutely perfectly. It's running like new. There's nothing wrong with it at all. He was selling it for parts, I think because the wheels were locked. But they broke loose in a matter of like 5 seconds. So as you see, 50% power, this thing's flying around the rail. Let's slow this down. So I gotta say it, was it worth 10 bucks? The 898, the tender, and the transformer. I'm going to test the transformer next, but I'm 99% sure it's going to work. But as you see, this is running absolutely splendidly. And it's running like new. You couldn't ask it to run better than this. Why anybody would pop rivet the motor into it, I mean, that was just plain stupid, I think. All right, and the E unit has been lubricated and is working, as you see. No muss, no fuss. So again, it's far from perfect, but it was $10 with the tender and the transformer. The wheels are worth that much. The push rods are worth that much. In fact, if you go to buy the tab and slot coupler, they're about $6 each. So if you find a locomotive that's absolutely beat to death and it's cheap, buy it. If you can't get it running, use it for parts. You know, there's enough parts in one of these motors to repair 5 or 6 others. Anyway, as I always say, don't overlook the junk. This thing was dirt cheap. It's up and running. I've done nothing to it but lubricate it and replace the light bulb. Of course, I had to drill the pop rivets out of it before I could get the motor out. But as you see, this thing runs absolutely perfectly. Has both the markers, has the front lens, has the number board. Absolutely dirt cheap. So I gotta say it one more time. I'm sure you're tired of hearing it. Don't overlook the junk. Spend some judicious time on eBay and try lots of different headings. You know, choo-choo trains. You'd be surprised the number of times I have found Marx listed that way. Old electric trains, O-gauge trains, old toy trains. Lots and lots of different listings, and you'd be surprised at the stuff that will come up. I got that motor, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago. It was listed as old electric motor. It just happened to be out of a Marx locomotive. I think it was double reduction. I bought it for $8 or whatever it was. Anyway, I just want to do a follow-up on this 898. As I said, it's far from perfect, but I bought it to get the motor. And as you can see, it was an excellent investment because this thing is running perfectly. And you see these motors listed on eBay, $39.95, $49.95, $69.95, buy it now. And people buy them. You know, it seems really redundant to do that when you can buy the entire locomotive for 10 bucks. Anyway, I just want to do a quick follow-up. I'm going to test that transformer next, so I'll do a a video on that. But a $10.898 with its original tender and the transformer. And I was the only bidder. So, as always, if you have any questions, feel free to drop me an email, BENZTRAINZ@gmail.com. And as always, thank you for watching.